Well, hello and welcome to Healthy Rebel Speaks Out. And I am so excited today because we are going to be talking about something that you can use to up the ante to something that you're already doing. Are you kidding? So it means you get more bang with the same amount of effort. And someone who is here today to explain everything to you is Shelagh Stoneman, founder of Power Warehouse, and she will explain to you about her product and history and what it's all about. But welcome, Shelagh.
It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you for inviting me to speak with you.
Yeah, so maybe first explain exactly about your vest and what it is, and then I'd like to dive in a little more.
So, our about 3 years ago, I came off a 25-year career as a senior executive, and actually, most recently, I was chief marketing officer for Chico's in the U.S. And so I was based not too far from you. I was on. I worked in Fort Myers, and I lived on Sanibel. It was beautiful. And then moved back to Toronto. And when my husband became ill, I moved back to Toronto, which is my hometown, and was inspired by professional weighted vests, inspired by them in terms of what they can do, but kind of frustrated that I couldn't find a weighted vest that would be suitable for my lifestyle, like designed for the average person like me. Everything on the market was sort of one size fits, maybe 1 in 100, and certainly not me. Military styled, they had the big uh, uh, weight steel plates put in them in the front and the back and that sort of thing. And I feel really self-conscious. And frankly, I'm not sure if it was very safe for me to wear them. But the idea of a weighted vest inspired me because I thought, when you do your research, you see that it tricks your body into thinking you're heavier than you really are when you wear weight. So it increases your metabolic rate. So you burn more calories, more fat, you improve your cardiovascular fitness, and it supports good muscle and bone health. So, like most people, I'm really time pressed. So I thought if I could add a weighted vest to my everyday, I could just get more out of my everyday, and I love to eat. So I figured it would kind of balance everything out and improve my health overall. And so I decided that maybe with the right team, putting together the right team, we could design a better product. And that's where we started.
Well, I love this. So you mean you can be like doing laundry, cleaning dishes, and burning more calories? Are you kidding? This is
Yes.
awesome.
Well, it's funny because we have lots of clients who are suffering from osteopenia or osteoporosis, and they have been directed by their osteopath to wear a weighted vest and direct them to ours because, well, I'll tell you why. It's because our weighted vest is designed to be discreet and stylish. It's unisex, but it doesn't look like a weighted vest. In fact, I wear mine to go to the nail salon, and I walk there. It's about a 25-minute walk, and I walk there and I wear it with a maxi skirt. It's actually a tulle maxi skirt and like a cashmere sweater underneath it. And I get there, and people say to me, "Oh, I love your vest," and they don't realize I'm wearing 20 pounds, and I've just had a great workout. So walking is a good workout, but walking with weighted wearables is a great workout. And the problem is that if you're feeling self-conscious about what you're wearing, chances are you're not going to wear it. Or if it's uncomfortable, it'll go into the fitness accessory graveyard that's in the back of most people's front hall closet. When you
Yeah.
buy sneakers that kind of looked good, but they rub your heels, you you wear them once and you feel guilty. You might pull them out every once in a while, but eventually you throw them out. And our products are multiple sizes. They're made of soft, flexible neoprene. They have little tiny weights that are half pound that can be placed to suit your body or what you're doing in a particular day. So we've designed them to be fully customizable. And
I
just
love this. It's great. I think you have married your background in fashion with function, and it seems that that is great, because the idea is we're not even asking people to do anything different necessarily, but just making much more of an impact of what they're doing. So what has been your personal results, or with clients have come back to report? You've been doing this how many years now?
free.
3 years.
And but we launched our first product, our first weighted vest, in 2021. So it's almost 3 years. And what we found, well, we originally launched this to support people getting more to their existing workout, because most people walk for exercise, and like 78% of the adult population self-report that they walk for exercise. That's their primary form. But the problem is you get this dreaded workout plateau, because if you walk and do the same route in the same length of time, eventually your body gets used to what you're doing, and you don't get the same, you need to up the challenge a bit, because you become more efficient at walking. So by wearing a weighted vest, what happens is you can add a little weight and add a little more weight as you go, as your body gets used to it, and you get more of that sort of existing workout. So but that's why we launched it. It's for the average person like me, to support healthy aging. Great. But then we started getting comments from customers. Not only did they love the vest and the belt, which we launched a year after the vest, they could see the results on their tracker. Like I have an Apple Watch, whether you have a Garmin or a Fitbit or whatever, you can see the difference, because it accelerates your heart rate and you burn more calories. So they could actually see the difference. And we got some love notes, I call them, from customers.
Yeah.
But then we got surprised by customers telling us that their osteopaths are recommending they wear our weighted vest, because they have osteoporosis and it helps to support good bone health. And so they wear ours for hours on end, and they often forget they're wearing it. So, I've toyed with the idea. So we didn't think of osteoporosis actually as being one of our biggest markets, but it has become that, because the true test is not when someone's wearing it for 30 minutes, but when you're wearing it for hours. And so our love notes for people who have bone health issues. So it's been really an interesting journey. And, I man the phones. We're an emerging company. And so when our customer experience director is off hours, I put my phone number there, and I get customers call me, and it brings me to tears, because we've made such a difference in their life. I mean, sometimes I talk to them for half an hour, because they just want to tell me their journey. And wow, doesn't that feel good?
Wow, that's amazing. So they've actually had like improvement in their numbers, like as far as the osteoporosis.
Yes. And so what we do is we tell people, if they're doing it for fitness, to start with 2% of their body weight. So 2%, if you're 150 pounds, would be 3 pounds. So that would be 6 weights, because they're half pound each, and you place them evenly around your body. That's what we recommend. If you have osteoporosis, we recommend that you talk to your healthcare professional to tell you where to weight it. But 9 times out of 10, we've been told that the osteopaths are saying to place it on the back. So it helps, make sure that you wear the weight on the back. So, but it's evenly distributed. The weights, the pockets are all over the front, all over the back. So you really can, customize it for your body. Now, you may be asking yourself, okay, all well and good, Sheila, but if I'm wearing this thing every day and I live in Florida, like let's say you're blessed to live in Sarasota, like you are, and you live in, it's warm, right? So, you have to be able to wash it. Well, all you do is you rinse it in warm soapy water, cool soapy water, then rinse it and then hang to dry. And next time you go to wear it, bingo bango. But something I didn't share with you is that our weights are zinc coated cast iron. And so if you put your vest or your belt or just the weights themselves in the freezer in between wearing, they will keep you cool while you do your walk or whatever else you're doing.
Wow, this is a bonus here in Florida. It's
It,
now cooled down to about 80, but yes, in the summer, are you kidding?
it is, it is, and I've lived there. My family I grew up having all my vacations on Longboat Key. So
Wow, okay.
my family had a place there, and my parents passed away recently, but up until then we had a place, and we'll get another place again. But I do think about people in warmer climates, and I wear mine under my ski jacket when I'm skiing. I wear my belt when I'm playing pickleball and tennis. I only wear 5 pounds, but it's enough to keep my heart rate up, even if I'm playing doubles. Or if I'm, playing pickleball, I burn a lot more calories because it just challenges me. But I soon forget I'm wearing it.
I
So
love this. Yeah, and one of the things that we were discussing before we started recording is, yeah, that you could actually do it for people who do actually go to the gym. You could do it while you're lifting weights on a stair machine, cycling, all of that.
you can just about anything. And the nice thing is the weights are slim. And so they give you we create a slimming profile. So when they're in the pockets, they're not bulky. So it doesn't impede your movement. We sell through Canada's, I would say the most luxury men's retailer, Harry Rosen, and we sell through their golf shop. So it doesn't impede your swing. It doesn't if you're wearing the vest or the belt because it's so uh, tight along the body. It doesn't add bulk. And the belt has two buckles, which adjust on the hips and the waist for a custom fit. And it adjusts by 4 inches. So you can put it over a puffy coat in the winter if you're in a cold climate like I am, or you can wear it over leggings in the summer. So you don't have to adjust your belt. You don't have different size. But I must say that the wrist and ankle weights, the belt and the vest have interchangeable weights. So we find that there are snowbirds. We call them snowbirds. Do you call them snowbirds down there too?
Snowbirds, yeah.
Yeah, in the north. And so they buy a vest and a belt and the wrist and ankle weights, and they move their weights around depending on where they are and what they're doing.
So is there any different reason, yeah, that you would use the vest versus the ankle weights or the belt?
Depends on what you're doing. So if you're doing yoga, the wrist and ankle weights, particularly if they're cool, are just amazing because they keep you cool on your pulse points, and they add extra challenge. I'm a certified Pilates instructor. And so I teach with light weights on ankles and on wrists because you don't have to worry about holding anything. You can do your whole routine and just place it and forget it. The other thing is if you have osteoporosis, it's good because you can keep your hands free for holding on to things. So helps with stability. Now, speaking of stability, actually, let me get to that in just a moment because that's a whole other fabulous topic. But the vest, we find that some people prefer to wear it in cooler climates and the belt in warmer climates. But they perform the same function. They're just a different form factor. The vest holds up to 20 pounds of weight. The belt only holds up to 10 pounds of weight. And the wrist and ankle weights hold up to 4 pounds each. So little stat, if you wear wrist and ankle weights while you're walking, and you will increase, and you wear 4 pounds per ankle, you will increase your calorie burn on average by 25%.
Wow.
And
So do you have testimonials for this? I'm just curious too. I'm sure you have about people who have, like, it's really helped with their weight loss goals and things like that.
There are lots of studies, and we have customers that write into us. So that's pretty exciting. So that when I talk about accelerated calorie burn because the body thinks you're heavier than you really are, that's not the carrying excess weight. You may have a Buddha belly, but that doesn't help you in your weight loss. What helps you is when you put on extra weight that's not your own natural weight, because that's when it accelerates your heart rate and you burn more calories no matter what you're doing, even if you're sitting. But let's talk a little bit about that for a second, about stability and sitting. So if you're wearing a weighted vest, it really does help with your posture. It reminds you to stand up straight and stop with the slouching. So I often wear mine when I'm sitting down. Barbie here is doing tree pose.
Well, she doesn't have to worry.
she's probably a size 2, that little skinny witch. But she's behind me. She's looming behind me, showing our product. We found from customers that who have worry about balance. They have found over the last 5-10 years that their balance is a little compromised. Either they're worried about it or they actually feel it. So we're doing a study with a post-secondary educational institution, a research study right now on perceived and real balance wearing our weighted vest.
Wow.
So,
I mean, that's it's huge.
well, that, falls are the #1 concern with the Bone Health and Osteoporosis Foundation, and the International
Well, sure. I mean, it's deadly, basically.
It is deadly. And Claire Gill, who is the CEO of the Bone Health and Osteoporosis Foundation in the US, she is on our advisory board. And we sell through the Bone Health and Osteoporosis Foundation. So if you go to their store, you can get 20% off our products. It gives you a coupon code. But it's, for people with osteoporosis. So, there's lots of research being done, but the research to date is pretty definitive in terms of the benefits with regard to fitness. And there's a study done and in Norway, and it was with women that were slightly overweight, had a slightly higher BMI, like 28, and very same things as the control group, and they were wearing a weighted vest, and they lost significantly more weight.
Wow. No, this is very exciting because I'm sure you're aware, but I have to tell you, it seems almost every day there is a new study coming out about how, just walking is one of the best, exercises you can possibly do. But then this adds a whole nother level to it. So,
I say it's
that's
good.
why it didn't take much to sell me, but I would like you to explain for a moment. We were talking about, because I was a little confused about the big difference it seems between, where this may have came from, like rucking in the military, and what is very unique about your particular product.
Thank you for that's a great question. So rucking is terrific for people who have absolutely no health issues, because the weight on your back. Rucking is often just taking an existing knapsack and throwing bricks in it, or books, or hand weights. And because it does the same thing as a weighted vest or belt in terms of tricking your body into thinking that you are heavier than you really are, so it increases your metabolic rate, so you burn more calories. Terrific. And you improve your cardiovascular fitness. The challenge is that rucksacks are often not very comfortable, and all the weight is on the back. Often they're digging in, but it's also just on the back. Whereas our weighted wearables are different than rucking and different than other weighted vests on the market, because they're made of soft, flexible neoprene. The weights are slim, so they won't impede your movement. You can adjust them depending on what you're doing on a particular day, what activity you're doing, and how your body is feeling, how fit you are. I mean, you're on a journey, so you can add a little more weight at half-pound increments, and they won't shift or they won't chafe, because we go from extra small to triple extra large. And in fact, we've done custom orders for customers in 5XL. So we believe in the democratization of fitness, and why shouldn't everyone have the chance to get more out of what they're already doing? And our belt does the very same thing. It's just a different form factor and only goes up to 10 pounds.
Well, I love it. It's fashionable and, functional. Again, I think that's wonderful. So, I mean, a lot of the stuff you're saying, I mean, certainly I could see the value for someone who is active, but I think this sounds particularly really exciting for those that are very limited. And of course, where I'm located here, just, I guess, any other things you want to add, or just for the aging population that wants to really, live the best, last decades of their life.
Well, and I'm in that group too. I mean, it's just you put on your running shoes, put on your vest or belt, just put them together. When you leave the house, when you're going on a walk, you're walking your dog. I walk my dog wearing my weighted vest or belt. I often wear my wrist or ankle weights. Just put on the weight and you'll see it adds up. It really does add up. You'll find that your cardiovascular fitness is improved. You'll find that you're challenging your body in a really gentle way, because you're starting with a light amount of weight and you can add to it, or you can just hold on that weight. What it's going to do is just help you get more without adding more time or doing something different. Most people, the exercise they do is kind of what they like doing. And when doctors prescribe and they say, well, get out and do blah, blah, blah. If you don't enjoy it, chances are you're not going to do it. And so this just gives you the flexibility. I mean, I often get asked, what are the exercises you should do with a weighted vest or belt? And I refuse to answer because answer is very personal. Whatever you are already doing, just put on a weighted vest or belt with snake weights. And what you'll find is you'll get more out of it, whatever you enjoy doing.
No, I love it, because I think the number one rule with exercise is the most important one is the one you're going to do. That's it.
Yes. No workout's a poor workout. It's the one you didn't do, right? So it's just, you walk to the bank. You may walk to the bank or walk to the mailbox or whatever you do, or walk your dog. And you put on a weighted vest. That's actually a workout. That is a great workout. It doesn't have to be 2 miles or 3 miles. It can be just, and it adds up. Oh, there's the other trick, is that studies show that you don't have to do exercise all in one go to get the benefit of it. So you can wear your weighted vest to clean the house in the morning and then walk to the bank in the afternoon or walk to the grocery store and add up those minutes. They all count.
Yeah, they call it exercise snacking. So you take a flight of stairs. I mean, that's actually that's what I call it with clients. You walk up a flight of stairs, you walk down the hallway. There we go. That it does make a difference. Or another big thing, I always, bang for your buck. If you can wear your weighted vest and take a small walk or something after you eat a meal, that is even more beneficial because of what it does to the blood sugar.
Right. Suggesting doing this right after a meal?
Yes, I think that would be fantastic, because you're not going to go running. I'm not talking about that, but you could go walk your dog after dinner, or I could be doing dishes after dinner, but now we're really, making dishes much more meaningful. This is going to change dishes everywhere. You know that?
You're so funny. And it's washed. So don't worry about getting splashes on it or anything.
Well, there you go. So now, is there anything about joint mobility, range of motion that you could speak to about this, about your equipment that can help? Do you know anything?
I do, is that okay, here's what makes me absolutely crazy is when I see people walking with hand weights. So the weights are their body, and I'm sure you'd agree with it creates strain on the joints, particularly the knees. Because the weight should be around your center of gravity. And in so doing, it's easier on the joints. So that's why wearing a weighted vest or weighted belt is easier on your joints, is it's because right against your body.
Right, but then you're mentioning also even doing it during your yoga. I could see that could be maybe even helpful, I guess, with the stretching and movements.
It adds more. It adds more challenge. When we're doing yoga or Pilates, when I'm teaching a class, I encourage people to wear only 1 pound of weight on their ankles, or I put 3 pounds on my wrists. But I've been doing this a long time, and
Yes, you're
I
a
don't
pro.
I don't but I do encourage sort of 1 pound, no more than 1 pound, because your legs, when you're stretching and doing maybe a leg lift, is away from your core. It really does challenge your core. And so when you do Pilates, for example, or even yoga, what it does is it tones your core, and you actually look slimmer. It's and so when you wear the weight, it actually accelerates the benefit of the exercise.
Well,
So
I do think it helps that you look good. I mean, there's a reason why Lululemon is a top company, because you want to look good while you're on the way to maybe getting to where you want to go. How about that?
in every little bit, I just love that idea of snacking, the kind of snacking. You know what? That's gonna be my new term, because one of my phrases I coin is the workout plateau, because I call it the dreaded workout plateau, because people get really frustrated because they say, I'm walking every day and I'm not seeing the same results as I used to have, and I'm losing weight. So add a little weight that gets you out of the workout plateau. Exercise snacking is a way of just organically getting more out of your day. I think that's brilliant. And if you're wearing a tracker, it's really motivating, because I have a good watch that that I wear when I'm going out or whatever, but I'm actually kind of resentful because I'm missing 4 hours of the tracking. And we talk about a little A type, but you want to be rewarded for closing your rings. And this is a way of closing them faster.
No, I love it. I don't have one of those watches, but I think this could up the ante, because like right now, the watch will congratulate my husband for standing up.
Well, you can set it for it, so it could be like, woohoo!
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Like, can we just make it a little more aggressive? But when we think about, for real, I always like to think about everything from evolution. And we did not go to a gym. I mean, even a couple hundred years ago, they would look at us like we're nuts. Going to the gym and on the stair machine or something. But they were a lot more physically active just naturally. So I think this kind of would satisfy our also liking to have a more sedentary lifestyle, I guess we've gotten accustomed to.
Right. Well, and the other thing too is I've noticed that before I moved to the States and worked for Chico's, I worked for some big companies like Rogers and Shoppers Drug Mart as SVP GM, and I used to walk to my office from where I live, which is about, one office was 15 minutes, so I used to walk a lot. And now that I am working from home, I have a home office. I don't get those natural moments in my day anymore. And I think I'm not alone. So many people are working from home. So if you are sitting at your desk, put on your weighted vest, and as you're working, walking around or whatever you're doing throughout the day, you'll find you're getting more. First of all, you're not slumping over the keyboard. It'll encourage you to stand up straight, and you'll get that snacking you're talking about.
There you go.
Even if you're walking to the refrigerator.
No. During COVID, I came out with a message: the next time you get up to walk to the refrigerator, keep going and go outside.
That's so funny.
Like an emergency message.
That is so funny. You're right. We're all a work in progress, and we're all just trying to live our best lives. And if the way to do it, healthy aging, they say, and you're absolutely the expert. Healthy aging requires our body and our minds to be healthy. And that means, I'm just going to talk about the body part, but you've got your muscle strength to be able to get out of chairs and to walk and to be mobile, as mobile as you can. It means good bone health, so you're not afraid of falling, and that can be catastrophic, as you mentioned earlier. Means your cardiovascular fitness is strong, so that you can still do the things you like to do. like shopping. You just don't want to be the person that goes from chair to chair while your
You
friends
could
are.
wear this shopping. You could wear it shopping. It might save you money because you would have to take off the vest and, tell me that is exercise. I am sorry, shopping could be exercise.
Steps in, but you get more of a workout. I'm telling you, this is but these are things that are so important to us as we age, and we want to live our best lives. So this is just a little tool that I think could help others. We have a less than 1% return rate, and I think that's because what we say is actually what we deliver.
Right. Well, I think it'd be great. I don't know if you have it, but if there was groups or couples, do you ever have that they do it together? I think it would be fun, like a rucking group, not a rucking group, a weighted vest walking group, I guess.
We have groups that do that. We have pickleball groups that do it. We have tennis groups.
Really?
We had one woman who bought a vest because she wanted to share it with her husband. Her husband wasn't convinced that. So they bought one vest and they were going to share it back and forth. And then they eventually bought a second one because they wanted to wear it at the same time. So, you can also.
Oh my God. Well, I can't wait to get mine, and I'm definitely getting one for my husband too. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Well, yours is on the way.
He doesn't know this yet, but when he walks our dog, that's what's going to happen.
Well, you sound like you're a good influence.
Well, why not? You got to enjoy it. Well, I love it. I'm not sure if there's anything else about your product right now. I think this is going to be huge. I am definitely going to be, trying to offer it up to all the people in my practice, I will tell you. So, and then also I don't know if there is a discount code for people for, when they watch our video.
Yes, there's absolutely a discount code, which I'm sure you'll share.
Yeah, so there will be, I will share a discount code. So you all are going to get your weighted vest, I'm sure, right away, because I don't know about you, but I kind of want to get off the podcast so I can get out there and start using it. I mean, I think this could be fun, just doing your everyday activities. So there is it. I don't know if there's anything else, but I am very excited to see what happens with it. I think it's going, I feel that this is going to take off.
Thank you, Bonni. I really appreciate it. If anyone has any questions, they can always email us or email you. It's our website is powerwarehouse.com, but you can, easier to remember is wearyourworkout.com, and that will read. Okay.
And I will put the link in the show notes, so there'll be no problem. So everyone will have all of your information. And so wonderful. Well, thank you so much. I am excited, and hopefully we'll have you back again soon after we're huge.
Well, we have the research back. We look forward to actually doing some other research that is pretty exciting as well. So I would love to come back and to share it with you.
All right, sounds good. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.